Fellas, welcome to day 407, and I just noticed that my collar is a little asymmetrical here. Let's fix that. Well, nobody's watching this. I can't think of a single person in my life who would ever choose at 11:30 at night to click on a fucking stream like this. It's not significant. It's not interesting. Like, the thumbnail is boring. There's nothing that about this stream that indicates any sort of interest or anything. All right. So I'm gonna expect to see that view count at a nice steady 0. Okay, well, right when I said that, it switched to 1. Are you fucking kidding? All right, Lit50, how's it going? Hello to you as well. I was just talking about how there is absolutely nothing significant about this stream to the point where there is no reason for anybody to. All right, well, I'm gonna just make some belly button lint jokes, and I'm gonna get everybody to leave immediately. Leonard and Lip. Wow, sheesh. Well, hello, the two of you. I'm gonna rip this paper into a couple pieces, and okay. I was on a walk with my mother. And I was talking about Hannah Gadsby. Do any of you know who Hannah Gadsby is? Because when Dave Chappelle had his response, and I don't remember what exactly he said. It's been a long time, but he went like, I can't do an impression because he has this raspy pirate voice that I can't impersonate, especially because my throat's already screwed up and I don't want to get into that register. But here, let me try. So he has to go. Rule number 1 of responding to the controversy: admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny. I'm like, who the fuck is it? So I looked her up because I didn't know who she was, and her Netflix special. She's one of those Netflix special comedians, and I watched it. Yeah, no, but no, it's not just her being lesbian because I saw the fact that she had short hair, glasses, and a suit and bow tie, and I'm like, this is a red flag immediately, straight off the bat. I'm like, this is so. But the thing is, I delved further into the Hannah Gadsby ass, and I found a crippling tumor that completely fucked me up. And apparently, she is throughout the world the #1 representative for an autistic comedian. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? Like, it's like, okay, it's not a bad idea in concept, right? But I know the autism community. I've been in it for like 11 years, and I know that they use their. It's not even going to be comedy. I was guessing like none of this is going to be anything. It's just going to be nothing. And so I watched it, and this chapter in her thing was quite literally labeled like inside an autistic mind. I'm like, oh no. And she had this pre-made PowerPoint. So it's like none of this was actual comedy. A lot of it was just kind of a therapy appointment, because the thing is that the audience half the time didn't know when to laugh, and because a lot of it was just her lazily shoving a joke into her just complaining about her life. So she was just like, that's a good score. 8.9 and a 9.8. Jesus. No, I'm having a good day too. It's just I had a kind of messy work shift, which I may or may not talk about, because keep note, it's 11:33. So it's like I'm already in a Hannah Gadsby rant. And yes, I started it. I am determined to finish it. If Caden, if you were into Hannah Gadsby for some reason and I offend you, I am so sorry, but she sucks, because I got through like 2/3 of it. Maybe she ended the whole thing and just like in a way that just completely dropped everyone's jaw. But the way I saw it, it was just kind of all the same oatmeal style shit. You got the powers that be on vinyl. Sheesh, that shit's hard to find. Fuck, dude. And it's no bootleg, right? It's legit. So it has that liner artwork and it has the gatefold. Oh, fuck. Death Grip's gatefolds are hard to come by these days. All right, Caden. I might go on Amazon Prime and see if I can get some, $2 shipping on that, because although the thing is that I don't have any money on my card right now, but we will see. But yeah, when I watch this Hannah Gadsby thing, a lot of it's like, so I'm a little different from everybody else, but the thing is, and I'm like, where's the joke? Because she went like 30 minutes without telling a single joke. And she had this PowerPoint. It was like a TED Talk. And she was clicking over to the next one. And it's like, my therapist told me that I was useless and that I shouldn't be myself. And I'm like, okay, where's the joke? And she's like, I felt like one of those cats and one of those hang on posters back in 2011. When they say hang on, hang in there, and the cat's hang. And then the audience is like, haha, yeah, that was pretty good, Hannah. All right, great. And I keep talking about how you're ostracized in society. And she kept going. It was miserable. It was fucking miserable to sit through. Like, this can't be the entire thing. Like, maybe she'll switch it up and maybe she'll talk about what it's like being a lesbian. Like that'd be, it'd be interesting to just see her switch topics. But not once did she talk about scissoring. She just kept going about how and the thing is that the thing I don't like about the community is they use the term neurotypical as a slur, as if it's just like it's us versus the less interesting. And I'm like, that's not how it fucking works. And it's like, if you guys really want to remove stigmas, it's like, you can't be doing that. It's a problem with a lot of communities, So it is a gate. Are you opening it up right here, right now, in front of us? I need to read this shit. It's the RSD Essentials version. Oh my god, record store day. Fuck, dude. Was it recently? I don't have a calendar. I don't have it marked down on when it is. So it's a gatefold. Okay, so 9.7 out of 10 Christmas soon. My birthday, and I am currently wrapping matching presents. That's good. Although I'll say this, in the context of my mother's birthday, wrapping matching presents is a great way to give away the fact that you guys, that my entire family just forgot to get gifts and just went to a shitty bookstore at the last moment, because we just went to this bookstore and it just had all these liberal arts books, and it's like it's like White Eration, Volume 1, How to Erase White People, and I'm like, Volume 1 out of 7. I've like seen 7 books of just critical race theory stuff. I'm like, okay, let's avoid those, because I don't want to make my mom even more radical than she already is. And I was like, oh, okay, so there's a book called Trust, and it's about Wall Street moguls. Sure, I'll just wrap that up. I didn't read it, and I just feel so terrible because I gave it to her. Happy birthday, Mom. Yeah, you were probably the most supportive person in my entire life this year. Here's a book about a Wall Street mogul. I never read it, and I got it at the bookstore 30 minutes ago, and I didn't even pay for it. Happy birthday, bye. I felt terrible, so. How's the Jenny Death and the Niggas on the Moon cover? Like that. Because the thing is that I don't like those 2 album covers as much as the real one, the one with like that weird, when you go to a jacuzzi and you have the jets that spray the air into your ass, but there's also the light. There's that little light that's attached to the stone, rock, concrete side of the jacuzzi, right? That's what that is. I always wondered what that is. I mean, Death Grips is really good at showing you stuff that you don't know what it is. Like, to this day, I still don't know what that No Love Deep Web album cover is. I'm like, what even is that? It's very confusing. Score is now 9.1 out of 10, and before you had an 8.99. That is good shit. In my opinion, a red colored vinyl. I'd move it up to a 9.5 for me, because, but Caden, at least when it comes to your Death Grips catalog, I got to catch up. But okay, let me read Poopy Shit Fuck's new comments. I love your name, by the way. I don't imagine scissoring is feeling good. Well, no, the thing is that that's because you have balls your whole life, right? Imagine scissoring with balls. Obviously, right, you'd create a new little cup of oatmeal for yourself. Not in a good way. You'd never have kids again. But I'm talking about how, for a lady, right, I mean, you have a lot more freedom with your legs, right? You can gyrate your legs around. You can flop them around, and you can jump around, flip around on trampolines with no consequence. I mean, for us men, we got to be careful, man. We can jump around, do backflips, but there's always that risk that, I don't know, some coat hanger sticking out in the wrong place might hook onto our balls, and we're screwed, dude. Screwed for life. Infertile forever. But you ladies have it good. Like, come on, what's the biggest risk you guys have, huh? I don't know. You accidentally, I don't know, fall on your boob wrong and you lactate everywhere. That's just a ruined shirt. We're ruining our ability to create kids for the rest of our lives, dude. This is a very risque stream. I'm talking about, like, I'm insulting an autistic comedian. I'm talking about lactating boobs and balls, and then I'm also I dropped one racial slur for the day. That's my one for the day, by the way. It's a new rule now, because if I say a word too much, it erases the power of it. All right, I want for these words to be special. That's why I've minimized myself to 20 fucks a day. Hey, see, that's one of them. So far, you got the Money Store, Bottomless Pit, Year of the Snitch, and now, God damn it. Oh, the powers that be. Okay. And No Love Deep Web. Yeah, so the thing is that I have No Love Deep Web, Money Store, and I do have Year of the Snitch. Year of the Snitch was one of the very first ones I got. I'm looking for Bottomless Pit. I really want to get that one. That one is reportedly pretty easy to get. Caden, God damn it. That's one thing. I am very jealous. So I will I'll catch up. Don't worry. It's gonna cost me like $2,000 though. I've been told some of these powers that be ones are pretty expensive, but it can't be that bad. It's probably like $50 in total. It's not that bad. All right. At Leonard, yes, we'll celebrate when back, maybe. See, that's good. It's important to convene and celebrate stuff. Also, happy birthday, Avery. And I accidentally clicked on my calendar. Okay, get out of here. I got Bottomless Pit at Amoeba, and it was $60. Okay, maybe I wasn't that far off when I was talking about 2000. Okay, well, that's okay, because I really do like that album. It's one of my favorites right now this year, actually. I kind of got back into it. Because I first heard the album about 4 or 5 years ago. Because I remember I was going into my sophomore year of high school. And that was 2017, 2018. No, it was 2018. So that was 5 years ago. Yeah, no, 4 years ago. I first got into that album 4 years ago, and I liked it. But this year, I got back into it. I mean, I've been intermittently listening to it, but I got back into it, and I went, "Oh my fucking god, it is so goddamn good." And like the pair of earbuds that I have that I used to listen to it are even worse than before. So I'm just like missing details. So I'm going, I could hook that shit up to the stereo downstairs, plug that shit in, and bam. So, all right. 60 used. Okay, all right. Fuck that. Lip, what plan? 5 years. All right. Well, while Lip tells Leonard what the plan's gonna be, Caden's gonna tell me. I don't know what the price for a new one is. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll use the internet. Isn't that what Death Grips is all about? So we have 4 pieces left. I'm gonna slowly eat. Think about my life choices. Try not to rupture my esophagus. But Brian, you should celebrate with. Depends on the day, because I got shit going on way too often. And if it's at like some Chuck E. Cheese in Nevada or some shit that's like an hour and a half from here, but I would love to celebrate with. If you guys just give me an address, I'll totally non-creepily be there. Yeah, just tell me where it is. If it's like in a Gymboree or something, I'm not going to fit in those tubes, and all that stuff smells like old socks. And plus, like my back's already as bad as it is already lifting beer kegs at Pizza Port half the time. So, but if it's at somewhere cool, like if we're going to a movie theater to watch 50 Shades of Grey 7, oh, you bet your ass I'll be dragging my flaps all the way over there. Dave & Buster's in event. Yeah, we have a deal. Yeah, I'd be over there. Holy shit, Dave just keeps getting better. 9.2 out of 10 now. My mother just pulled out my sweatpants out of the dryer, and they're so warm. Okay. All right, Caden. Calm down. Because this is like one of those really, really intimate Reddit subreddits, which I promise you I'm only intermittently on, but I just pop in because they're so fucking funny. Because when I pop in, it's just people getting like really, really specific about details in their lives. Here it's like, day update number 42. Today, I put on a pair of socks and underwear. The underwear has kind of a medium grip around my balls, which makes it feel very, very good. Minimum wigglage. And I'm like, okay, all right, pal. You're like, who's going to upvote that? Apparently, there's like a good 400 people that upvoted posts like that. And it's just, all right, pal. No clue what I'm going to do. Well, once you figure it out, give me updates on what day you plan to celebrate, because, sure, I'd love to hang out, have interactions, and, of course, be appropriate and responsible figure. So if, say, some angry guy just gets upset by the fact that, I don't know, Leonard starts acting aggressive towards people and starts trying to hog tickets or whatever happens at Dave & Buster's, breaks a beer bottle, starts charging at the two of you, I will jump right in front of you, just like that meme where Apu jumps in front of the other Simpsons character in that one Simpsons episode. That's what I'll do. I'll probably die, but it's a pretty good way to go out. And I will let the two of you deliver my eulogy. Nova, do you have a Hello Kitty PFP? This is why I need to turn off notifications from Discord. There's just nothing here. Why? Because Megamind, the person whose pseudonym is Megamind, who I've known from high school, he keeps inviting me to all these Discord servers, and I don't use Discord really for anything other than these streams. So I just, oh shit, I forgot to post the Instagram thing. I forgot I'm back on Instagram, so I gotta just... Also, I think I posted the single... It's so dumb. It's just, I can't stop listening to it because it's so stupid. It's just my Simpsons impressions are so bad. This is my Bart impression. This is my Marge impression. This is my Lisa Simpson impression. This is the best one. That's so fucking dumb. Fuck that. I just knocked a bag of peanut M&Ms to the ground. Whatever. All right, great. It's fucking bad. No, I've been on r/meth. That subreddit is crazy, dude. Really, really good. Leonard loves Dave and Buster's beer. No, she's definitely gonna. I mean, he is gonna definitely get into some quarrels with some other drunk people, especially at Dave and Buster's. You know how that ends? You know, clenched fists, broken bottles, and just exposed cocks being waved around everywhere. And I intend to be a safety net, all right, for Leonard and Avery against that stuff. All right, I'll stand. Just arms out, all right? Because if you do stuff like this, spread your jacket around, it's like with a mountain lion, all right? Makes you look scarier. So, also pardon the outfit. I just came back from work, and I prefer to look classy. Leonard will go hog wild at Dave and Buster's. Good. And I do appreciate when you speak Elmo style, third person. Good stuff. Also, I got to eat this paper fast because I've only had 3 pieces and it's been 16 minutes. And it's going to be midnight soon, so I just got to pick up the pace. Shrooms and edibles are the ultimate drugs. No side effects. Change my mind. I dare you. Hey, listen. I don't think anyone who's taken shrooms has exceeded the age of like 40 for the most part. No. We're going to bump that up to like 55. So I'll say this. When we get to like in our 70s and 80s, age-wise, we don't know what that's going to do to old, decaying brains. So it's up for you. So anyways, yeah, one of the takeaways I want for people to take away, that's why it's called a takeaway, from this stream is whatever you do, if you're going to watch a Hannah Gadsby Netflix special, expect for it to be really bad and for it to be just an exercise in identity politics. I'd say a really great way to think about it is don't go, and I'm actually telling you this, do not go and look up #actuallyautistic on Instagram because you're going to encounter so many terminal diseases you may never recover. Because I'm telling you, like one of my OT therapists, okay, her name was Miss Ramirez, and I've talked about her before because I hate her, and she turned everything into some identity politics advocacy, which I hate. And it's just all these people talking about how they hate neurotypical people, and it's just and about how you need to overly accommodate autistic people. It's like I have reposted some of those posts I actually agree with because it's kind of more middle of the road stuff and they aren't overly preachy, although they can still come off a little preachy, which if it felt like you're being preached at from those stories, I totally am with you because those accounts just suck unequivocally. I'm just trying to feel represented to some degree, even though I don't really like to talk about that aspect of my life, but it's still very significant because it causes a lot of problems and I would like to find solutions. And hey, part of finding solutions is talking to people, but it's just the majority of those posts are so bad, and it's just it's legit. It's Tumblr level shit where I feel like I am on the way back machine, just looking at really old garbage Tumblr posts. It's so bad. I will take this away, and Caden thinks that it's really funny. Yeah, I'm glad you think that really awful Instagram advocacy posts on the internet are hilarious, or I think they're goddamn travesty on humanity. Anyways, it's really bad. It represents everything I don't want to do as a person on the internet. So thanks, #actuallyautistic people, for giving me a valuable lesson. Yeah, there is a lesson to be learned from everything. That's what I learned. So, man. See that Rex Orange County charges got dropped? Hey, listen, rich musicians are going to be rich musicians. All you got to do, get one of those lawyers. You're going to go behind the scenes. All it needs to do is a little handout of a couple K. Bam. Especially when, there are weaker links, all you got to do is get one of the people tossing allegations around, give them some money. Hey, women in need of money are going to be women in need of money. I guarantee you half of those women were hookers anyways. So, hey, listen, charges get dropped. Does he deserve it? Does he not deserve it? It's up for you to decide. I thought his feature on Boredom was good. That's all I know. All right. I have no further opinions except for the fact that I liked him on Boredom. But doesn't matter. His music still sucks. Yeah, I've never listened to it. I'm sure it exists. In parentheses, most women are not funny. Surprise, surprise, my aunt actually thinks that. Auntie Angeline, she's actually a really nice lady. She was the one who made that video in 2020 when after my arrest and expulsion. Um, and I'm putting that in air quotes because again, I don't want my record to be even further stained, but you get it. It wasn't really an arrest because it didn't lead to anything, but it's still on my record. But anyways, after that happened, right, she was the one who made the "Where Did Good Content Go?" Still up on the main channel, by the way. Check it out. Uh, and she hosts a very obscure podcast that quite literally nobody listens to called Chew on This Media. It's probably the name that's screwing her up, but yeah, she just talks about like so when she lived in Maui in Hawaii, my favorite fucking United State, she had this podcast called the Maui Mommy Podcast. And yeah, I scratched that with a chew on this media. You can make that name fly, maybe. But the Maui Mommy Podcast, that I think that's what did it. But yeah, she would get like maybe a maximum of 2 views per podcast, but she'd invite experts. Like she invited and like pretty famous environmentalists. She'd invite up experts on disease control when the pandemic came. Oh no, dude. Now I remember what she called it. Yeah, she had the Maui Mommy thing, but she also had another segment called the Corona Mama, like the Corona Mama podcast. It it was, and the intro is like this like dubstep music that she probably downloaded off some royalty free shit, or maybe she like contacted an editor on Fiverr. It's like, I don't know, I can definitely send you really good music. I made it myself, and it's just very clearly it has like audio tags in it. It's just, oh man. Anyways, she used her typical editing style and made a very good video for me. And she's one of the few people who supported me throughout the whole thing. And you know, despite our content having artistic differences, we came together, all right, for that little collaboration. But I mean, I've lived with Auntie Ange for extended periods of time, and I'll tell you this: Auntie Ange has some very interesting opinions. She like firmly believes that there are small, and this is me quoting my aunt, all right. So don't take this at face value. I have actually like legitimately no opinion on this whatsoever. So this is my aunt's words, where she goes, "Women's brains are built differently than men's." And the thing is that these little differences can mean a lot because what humor is based off of are these little things. And I'm telling you, like, I am paraphrasing a little bit because I don't remember exactly, but she like quite literally just like went into the nitty gritty of why she thinks women aren't funny. Like, you really want to prove a point here, but and she went like, women's brains are just incapable of being observational and being funny. I'm like, all right, thanks, Auntie Ange. I'm like, I don't know, like. Are you still recovering from like a really bad stand-up show? Did you go to a Hannah Gadsby comedy show like a couple years ago? Can't get over it? Because I'll say I think her exposure to comedy is like probably reaches up to that point and no further. I think there are some, and I told Auntie Ange, there are some women out there who are be pretty funny, but and she went, yeah, but in general, they're just not funny. Well, food for thought. Thanks, Auntie Ange. And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, I do like out of all the comedians I like, especially in middle school when I was very into the comedian stuff, I would there would be a lot more men that I would listen to than women, and that's just me being classically sexist, right? It's not conclusive proof that women aren't funny. I'm not going to deny her claim either because I have no opinion. All right. Can't argue with my. No, I mean, I really could. I mean, I could have, but it would be me punching down because Auntie Ange is just like she's older than my mom, and my mom's old as fuck, and she's just Auntie Ange is just there, and she's just kind of like rambling, and it's like, dude, you've lived a tough life. I mean, you grew up in L.A., so it's like years and years of raising 2 of the rowdiest boys I know, and after just, I mean, she was driving like the shittiest pickup truck I've ever seen, and it's like she's trying to manage this family. And I'm like, I witnessed her go through multiple like deaths in the family and like really crippling debt because she was relying, like 90% of her funds was off this Airbnb that I was living in that she gave to me for free. So it's like she's not even gaining any money off me using the resources. So I'm just witnessing her losing money, losing family members. And I'm like, okay, I'll let you go on this one rant of like why you hate women's comedy and why you think women aren't funny. I'll just let her go off. Just like, sure, women aren't funny. All right, I love you, Auntie Ange. Don't kill yourself, please. So, anyways, all right. Check you later, Caden. But no, I love Auntie Ange, and I'm sure like there's no way you're gonna find her and send her this. But hey, if at any point like 20 years from now, when you're on your deathbed and some stupid prankster thinks it's hilarious to email like a screenshot of this video to you, just know. Let me say this right here, unless the stupid goober edits it out in the future. I'm saying this all in a partial jest. Love you, Auntie Ange. You're the one who stuck by my side when my parents would censor my videos for having a character named Ching Chong the Cheetah in it. And he wasn't even race-based. Anyways. Okay, let me read this thing. I should go on that podcast. Honestly, I might. I mean, it would be. I could feasibly convince her to let you on to the Corona Mama podcast. You know, Corona Mama podcast seems like the name of a podcast that your mom would co-host. I don't know, with someone else. Maybe my my Auntie Ange and your mother should team up, create the ultimate monster on the internet. Oh, that'd be so much dubstep stock footage, so many corny names, so many impact font memes to stay like, because Auntie Ange does that too, to like stay relevant with people. It's just fucking Caden. Well, Caden's already gone, but just tell him this later. Shit, excuse me. All right, I gotta speed this up already. I got like 3 pieces left. What the fuck am I doing? It's like 26 minutes. This is not even good. All right. While I speed eat, I'm going to be focusing on rambling about complete nonsense less and less. But if you want to keep something going, ask questions. I'm going to continue to try and be productive whilst doing that. Oh, yeah, wait. Small update in the chat. Poopy shit fuck is a goofy gooper, and he does like rock, and also apparently shit stinks. We should probably get a janitor or I don't know, a cleaning lady, because most of the problems, if you're noticing a stink in your house, most of the time it's going to center back either to your bathroom or your plumbing, and that can center down to your sink. That's where you wash your dishes. So the next time you pull yourself a delicious bowl of cereal, just know on a microscopic level, there might be a little bit of shit on there. You just have to unclog all the rodent corpses from your plumbing. What are the best scents and smells? Very good question, because whenever I walk by an Italian restaurant, which is some of the very few cuisine I will go for, I am very picky with my cuisine. And you've heard this before, I refuse to eat Asian food, and I judge a lot of stuff off smells. I like when I can't smell anything. Hey, dude, if you would have told me that like a week ago, I could have coughed on you and I could have given you influenza for a whole fucking month, dude. Because you smell nothing, everything tastes like shit. But to answer Avery's question, when you go by an Italian restaurant and there's this mix that can only come out of a restaurant where the amalgam of every delicious item in such a restaurant is being made. So you smell that bread. You smell the freshly made bread. And then it's mixed in with a little bit of that marinara sauce, and then a little hint of Parmesan smell in the background, and then kind of just this looming Goliath with like the 3 Davids. All right, the 3 Davids are the bread, the marinara, and the little teeny weensy Parmesan. All right, that's like baby David. The Goliath in the background is just the dough, like right, the spaghetti and the al dente spaghetti. Because it's a little subtle, but it's a big smell. It's like coating the entire thing. It's like a sheen. Which I can imagine this in my head purely, and I'm like kind of getting echoes of a smell in my nose right now just thinking about it, which shows you how complex our receptors in our nose are. I'm sure my sister, Raina, she's all the way in there, and she's probably being woken up right now. Like, oh, fuck, why is Brienne making some retarded rant about smelling al dente spaghetti? Brienne, shut the fuck up. No, I understand. I'm going to try and end this stream soon. I am sorry, Raina. But baby Parmesan David, yeah, that's probably going to be our one takeaway from this entire stream. There you go. Excuse me. Ugh. I save water by just using recycled piss to wash my dishes. In fact, I think just your own pee is cleaner than the majority of tap water, because majority of tap water is polluted with just bodily hairs and just dead skin cells, and, just small bones of just animals that get stuck. It it probably also little traces of sulfur because there's this like sheen of like what is unmistakably sulfur gathering around my tap that I don't like. I'm not using that anymore for obvious reasons, like the sulfur I just described. But yeah, the thing is that Gandhi drank his own pee, and I'll say this: in fourth grade, I water fountained it, and yes, that does mean they. It was at the urinal too. So one of my, I remember one of my classmates because he was going in for a bathroom break. I think it was Oliver. Yeah, it was Oliver came in, and this was not fourth grade because in fourth grade I was homeschooled, but I think it was like fifth or sixth grade. This was fifth grade because this was Solana Pacific, and Solana Pacific. Yeah, Oliver was in fifth grade. So he came in and he saw me and just imagine as an elementary school student just walking into your bathroom, minding your own business, just expecting to pee, leave the toilet seat up because it's a boys' bathroom and leave. And you just see one of your classmates like just water fountaining pee into his own mouth. It's like part of it spilling into his hair. That's what happened. Like I was just curious and I got the impulse in the public bathroom at school. So I decided to water fountain the pee. I tried to do like a little, the classic Leprechaun's Gold style, rainbow arc. Just have it do a little rainbow arch into my mouth. And I'll say this: it tasted really bad, but I didn't catch any diseases from it. So I peed like upwards into my mouth. And the thing is that I was trying to aim, but the thing is that like there was a breeze blowing in through the door of the bathroom, so it would like wiggle around, and one little millimeter of movement on the tip of my cock would just completely alter the direction. Also, the wind probably screws up the stream when it's in the air too. So I was just getting these random droplets. So Oliver, of course, tells Miss Collins, yeah, so I was walking in the bathroom, and so him and I also came back to the bathroom together. So I was just standing there in front of the whole classroom, and Oliver's like, yeah, so Brian was drinking his own pee, and he was just like peeing in his own mouth. And it was one of the most embarrassing moments in fifth grade. Because I just had this loudmouth tattletale fuck in my class, just in front of the entire class, telling everyone, yeah, no, oh yeah, Oliver, Brian, you guys came back. Hey, what, Brian, I don't know why your hair's wet, but yeah, how did your bathroom trip go? Yeah, Brian was peeing into his own mouth, and part of it was getting into his hair, and like the pee's kind of coating the entire bathroom. So, anyways, back to algebra. I got in trouble, by the way. I was called up to the principal's office, and she was just like, Brian, you've been here 4 times already. Don't pee in your own mouth in the public bathroom. Great, meeting adjourned. Get the fuck out of here. She was just so pissed. It was like a 30-second meeting, and it's like, what is there even to say? It's just not even anything. I'm also drinking water without eating the paper. What am I doing? Anyways, ironically enough, poopy shit fuck, I love the smell of dish soap. I don't, because I associate it with doing dishes, and I hate doing dirty dishes. I don't like dirty food stuff. It drives me crazy. Like I can't deal with it. Like I know this sounds really strange, and I know I've said this before, but I find human shit less gross than the buildup of food in like the cracks of an old car seat. Like when it comes to just old food stuff gathering up in places, I can't. It's so bad. It's legitimately so bad. And I find poop very gross. Like don't get me wrong, I don't eat poop for breakfast, but I don't want my old breakfast like when it comes to old food being exposed to the air and oxidizing, it's one of the grossest things, which is why I also really don't like it when people eat with their mouth open in front. In fact, I generally don't like if you've been with me longer than like 3 hours, people around me will notice I'm very, very shy about eating in front of people and people eating in front of me. It's like the one thing that I don't do. So anyways. Oh god, yeah, I'm guessing that's in reaction to my peeing in my own mouth story. Yeah, so by the way, I'm probably gonna screen record that one and post that online because it's a story that's worth sharing with the world. I'm gonna get like 10 unfollows because of that. Alright, can't be associated with a pee drinker anymore. Leonard. What? In all caps. No, I'm not shitting you, man. It happened. Well, I mean, I wasn't shitting me. I was peeing me. But The smell is so tantalizing. I wonder how kindly my stomach enzymes would take to the nutritional value of Irish Spring or Duff. Is no one acknowledging my Italian restaurant comment? When you smell that bread and the other shit in the background, it's mainly the bread that's taking my attention, smell-wise. It's delicious. Can I just have some confirmation of that in the chat right now? I got in trouble for licking a tree. Like what? I mean, if there were fire ants on there, you could endanger yourself. So, Lip 50, yes. Thank you for acknowledging. I'm very satisfied. Very sure. You guys are just like my mom and dad. Like, oh, okay, Brian. All right, very good. Oh no, I do agree. The new Lorax movie was really bad. I know. Yeah, I don't know why we give a shit, but you guys should know that musical number in the Lorax movie was really lame, Brian. Okay, go to bed now. Bread smell good. Thanks, guys. I love the oils the Italians provide. Yeah, it's just people have to understand. Like, if you're expecting a butter deal with it, you're not gonna get that. It's just, I think specifically with the olive oil with the bread, I just have to adjust expectations. But Italian cuisine is just one of those things that I can just repeatedly eat over and over again. I love it so much. Like, why does anyone even bother with Chinese food ever at all when Italian food exists? Like, imagine. I mean, the whole image of, already eloped couples going, oh, should we go out for Chinese? Why? There are Italian restaurants almost anywhere. Go there instead. Like, Italian just has all forms of Asian food beat in every way. Sorry, guys. I have a question. Go ahead, ask away. If this is a follow-up question to the peeing in my own mouth story, I'm going to be very excited, but I'm guessing not, because the world is full of disappointments. Okay. God damn it. Did anyone ever believe in Santa at all? Yeah, actually, I did. There was one Christmas that fucked it up for me, and obviously Santa still exists, but my belief wavered in this one year, where my mom and my dad were downstairs. Well, I mean, okay, I just spoiled the whole fucking story, but I wanted to like spy on Santa, and I didn't tell anyone. I wanted for it to be a plan, and I'm like, okay, I was legitimately going through my head, and this was, I don't remember when this was. This was like 2nd or 3rd grade. And I think I got the grades right this time in my head. So when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I always just I felt comfortable just like waiting in anticipation for the presents, because that was my favorite part always of Christmas. And I went downstairs, or I didn't go downstairs, because this is when we were living in our Poway house, and our Poway house had like 2 levels, and this one level was this banister, and I could peek over because the Christmas tree was in the main room. And I was like, okay. And I in my head, I was just going, okay, what if Santa comes in and he sees me and he gets really, really angry, and he like, I don't know, throws a Christmas ornament at me, or he digests his cookie that he eats really fast and like shits in my mouth or something like that. And I'm like, okay, no, Brian, calm down, okay? It's gonna be fine, all right? Santa is not gonna fucking see you. You're just gonna hide in the banister. You're gonna bring a blanket, all right? And I loved hiding under. I still love hiding under blankets because nobody can see me or what I'm doing. And I was going to hide under my blanket if Santa ever turned his head. I had this whole protocol. I had everything figured out, but it was just my dad and my mom talking about like working at Netscape for like 3 hours. And I was looking at what they're doing, and they were just like, they were eating the fucking cookies that I cooked for Santa, that I baked for Santa. It was me and my mom, and we baked the cookies. But still, my point being, my mother was fucking eating the cookies. And my dad too, because this was before he had his diabetes diagnosis. And I'm like, dude, I was so pissed. I'm like, hey, maybe Santa was on vacation this year and mom and dad were subbing for him. And that's what I realized later was. So I still do believe in Santa, by the way. So just know that I'm not blind to the truth. But for a moment there, I'm like, holy shit, it's all a fucking lie. I was so, I was pissed only for a little bit. And I'm like, whatever, I still get presents. I'm like, it's very interesting to think back on how technically my entire vision of reality was just broken. And I don't remember caring that much in the moment. I'm just like, okay, I guess Santa's not real. It's my parents the whole time. But whatever, I'm still getting my presents. I can't remember. All I know is that the mall Santas have gotten less and less accurate to the Jolly Guy in the past few years. No, there's this whole story on how this one kid wanted a Nerf gun, and the Santa was like, ho, ho, ho. No, you cannot, because gun control is really important. Like, dude, it's a fucking Nerf gun. And his parents were standing in the background, and the dad in the video is just like, doing this again? Really? Like, dude, I wanted for like another mall Santa to just overhear it, get pissed, whip out his pistol, and shoot that Santa in the head. But that'd be illegal, so I can't wish that upon any mall Santa. That's cruel. But damn, I guess everyone else is a moron. Okay, all right. Go on r/atheism and do your preaching. Okay, he's just kidding. All right, we're good. I didn't look at that part, but saying that someone is a perfect fit for r/atheism is like the worst insult in history. Like, I can't think of any other way to just make someone feel shit about themselves. Yeah, you'd be great on r/atheism. Anyways, yeah, no, but don't worry. I that was just a small phase. Everybody has think about it like Bob Dylan's Christian phase, and he became really disillusioned with the world, and he's like, oh yeah, God totally exists. For a moment, I believed that Santa didn't exist. That was my anti-Santa phase, and it was very edgy, right? I was very nihilistic, and I didn't give a fuck. My catchphrase for that phase of Brian was, "I'm Brian. I don't give a fuck about anything." But the thing is that I later realized that I was foolish, and I was just edgy because I was recovering, because that I was just traumatized by the one time I saw my parents just talking about really boring IT stuff for like 3 hours, which honestly that would just be traumatizing by itself. So it's like, I think I was just projecting back in the day, because now I'm more mature and I know Santa is real, and I'm just more open to the truth now. What deterred you from Santa as a child? I mean, if he resembled poopy shit fart fuck's dad, I mean, that's my guess. I mean, like, you can't have a normal childhood without some sort of mental trauma, and then name your account poopy shit fuck. I mean, or I hate God. Like, come on, all that stuff that indicates some trauma. Hey, you still get my mod's position, and by the way, don't talk too much crap about Max Colburn. But my other mod, Max Colburn, he you never did what he did. You never accidentally completely just wiped everyone, like someone's comment, and banned them from the stream temporarily. That's fucked up. I love God. Me too. You see, that's what we're trying to bring forth here. All right, love, not hatred. I don't know. I was just like, you were just like, what? Because I'm gonna end this stream like real soon, because I gotta go to bed. 12:12. Oh. Damn it! Come on, poopy shit fart ass. Type your thing so I can read it, and then respond to it, and then leave, please. Come on, please. Is this a really long one, or is YouTube censoring it? Okay. How the fuck does a fat dude get down a bunch of chimneys in one night? Well, obviously a lot of cardio, all right? And not just that, he has his elves help him, right? They jump on him and push him down. Also, he normally, if not, then he just goes through the front door, right? And I know Ring doorbells are a thing, and also chimneys are becoming increasingly not a thing. Back doors still exist. You know that scene in Better Call Saul where Nacho just pops right in, and then Price is like, "Yeah, how did you get in here?" And the back, and he has like 5 locks in his front door, but the sliding glass door is just open, and you can just easily pick it. It's one of those little details that I just love in that show. But and eat all those cookies. Well, he's fat, so that tracks. So yeah, he can eat all those cookies. And have you seen some people at like eating competitions? Like, those guys are fucking crazy. Like, for one, a lot of families get lazy and they just don't even make any cookies. They make like, I don't know, just like they set aside one like baby carrot on a plate, and just that's about it. But most families don't even make cookies at all. So it's just like the cookie tradition's kind of just dried up a little bit. I'm going to set a fire on Christmas. Yeah, that's a great way to kind of kill Santa, and especially when it comes to Santa coming into your house and giving you gifts, which, by the way, is kind of a nice thing to do. You're quite literally and also figuratively playing with fire when you're talking about, like, setting fire to stuff, because if you kill Santa, you ruin Christmas for the rest of us, right? And then we're going to have to, like, search for a new Santa, kind of like in the Santa Claus starring Tim Allen. So I don't want for the world to go through a whole other Santa Claus phase starring Tim Allen. That'd be fucked up, all right? I want for our Santa right now that we have currently to remain consistent, and I don't want any. I don't want you to risk the rest of us. So you can be edgy all you want. Just don't put my Christmas and the rest of our Christmases at risk, please. Anyways, I'm gonna have to be Santa because I killed him. Well, I don't know, man. I'd make you a mod. I'd trust you as a moderator. I would not trust you as Santa because I mean, the commitment difference between edgy live chat comment button and Santa. I mean, those commitment levels are quite different. My connection's unstable. Okay, well, he don't seem like a very jolly. Okay, well, let's not overly slander, but I'll say he doesn't exactly fit the role. And I'm done with my paper. So, anyways, we gotta end. Yeah, end stream. All right. Anyway, see you guys later. Goodbye. No catchphrase tonight. I'm not gonna do the catchphrase. All right, we're gonna vary it up. Goodbye. I love you all. I ate paper. That's my caper. Goodbye.